Guys, I found this extraordinarily large box on my porch this morning. I wonder what's in it. Let's take a look. Thing is about the size of a coffin. Few bits of paper. I don't know why they bothered. Because it obviously didn't add any protection inside the box. For this size of box. Whew. Alright. It's broken there. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. This is something new that I haven't seen before. It just popped up a couple of days ago because I got an email from Amazon saying, oh, look what we have. And it comes in a bag. There's the box candy. Ooh. This is like one of those $20, $30 bags that we can get here. It's not the thickest, but it's about, I guess they call this 0.3 inches. Good enough to protect it. It's got a large pocket on the front. Oh. It's got the name on the front. Traditional, good enough to store it. Doesn't have the protection on the bottom like some of the more expensive ones. Okay, what's in it? What's in it? Uh-oh, I think it's starting to look like a Les Paul type of guitar. Oh my God. Oof. That little stuff is always all over you. Oh. Okay, I'm going to look first. But, wow. Wow. Okay. It cost me a pretty penny, but compared to some of the other budget guitars that I buy. This is spalted maple top from a brand called GStyle. Now this popped up on Amazon just 2 days ago when I got the email. And I opened this up and it said only one left. And I'm thinking, only one left, they just got them. So I decided to hit the button, put it in my cart, And then I did some checking about it, and I only found 2 other videos on all of YouTube about G-style guitars. One of them was Les Paul type. It wasn't like this. It was a plain top. And here in Canada, this was the only one left. Look at that. Wow. So this came to $395 with taxes here in Ontario, Canada. Now, I'm expecting to find all the traditional problems with, these guitars. I'm pretty sure this is made in China, even though it does not claim it. The back is a very nice color. It's apparently made of a wood called oakum, which is an African wood with a spalted maple top. All black hardware. Chrome pickups. Standard speed knobs. They're all smooth. Single ply black pickguard, which of course, if you've seen any of my other videos, you know that won't remain there. The tuners are also black, and they look very much like the style of tuner that was used on the Ertz. Let's see what they feel like. So this one feels really good. There's about 1/8 of an inch slop in that one. That one, no. 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 So only the A string has a tiny little bit of slop in it. The rest of them are all not. So that's pretty good. So this pretty nice top on the headstock. G-style. I don't know much about it. I couldn't find much about it, except for the fact that there was 2, and one of them was an 8-string guitar, and one of them was a Les Paul that a guy was playing. Now, I bought it because it's basically beautiful, and I can make everything else work as long as the bones are really good. So it's all polyed on the back. There's no claims of location, of building, not made in the USA claims and all kinds of things on the back of it. And that was one of the things I liked, especially with the binding that goes right up around the headstock, all down the side. I thought it was a pretty good looking guitar. $350 before taxes. There are some sharp edges that I'm going to have to fix, which is normal. The switch is a little bit loose. There's a black roller bridge coming to replace the blades. And of course I'll do a full setup on it. We'll take a look inside once I get it downstairs on the bench. But, from a perspective of coming in like normal, usually the strings are really high. But these ones are not that high. They're about where they should be for between 3 and 4 64ths. So that is quite something. That doesn't happen. The truss rod looks like it's about where it should be. Or I like it anyway. It's almost completely straight. The nut is, let's see, it is looking nice from the top, and the sides. I'm not really sure what it is. It looks like it could be a hard PVC. I have some tusks that I could change it out for. So anyway, look at another new guitar day at the 2Bike Mike factory, and it looks pretty good from an aesthetics point of view. Stand by for the bench checkup. Okay, guys, we're on the bench. The first things I'm going to do, those screws are not in very nice on the bottom here. They're, instead of going in perpendicular to the body, they put them kind of that way. That makes sharp edges on the screws that are not, and they're tapered. They're not flathead screws that they really should have put there, or put them in straight if there's a tapered hole. Okay, so I found one minute complaint. First thing I'm going to do is, before I do anything else, is just check the value of each of the picker-ups. Write that down. 10.5 on the neck. That one's registering properly. The middle is 969. Now 11. There's something going on with the pot. When I had the pot just a certain way, I was getting there 11.1516. There's something going on with this pot, the volume pot. Alright, so bridge 11.16, 10 point something, neck 5.3, alright, so that's that for now. And of course, if this has the old-fashioned Gibson wiring on it, which is not independent volume control, so I'm going to change that as well. So for the first thing, we are going to bring it up to pitch in proper tuning, because as I said, the setup here is almost exactly where I would normally put it. Coming up on E. Oh, I got a slipping string. I can't get it into E. Hear that go up and down? It's stuck. And it broke. Ta-da! Second guitar where I end up with a broken high E string. And the ball went flying and it hit my toolbox can here. I can't pick it up with my fingers because they don't work that well. There you go. It was slipping because it was actually coming out at the ball end, unraveling down there. So yeah, you know, cheapy Chinese factory strings. That's happened at least twice now. He is sharp. Alright. We know what we've got. Let me plug it in. Alright, so I checked the height of the pickups. They had to be adjusted. Independent volumes. Already like it. Good. Any push-pulls on these? Nope. So, no push-pull pots. It makes noise. Hard to make chords when you don't have a string, but minuscule amount of volume loss in the middle position between the neck and the middle, and 2 minuscules from the bridge position by itself. A minuscule is a technical term. That's beautiful. I was looking closely at the finish, looking for, you know, scratches and swirls, which there's a couple of tiny little ones, but for the most part it's glossy everywhere. And I was trying to find the line that would normally go for book matched sides on a spalted maple top. I cannot find it. And I'm wondering, how did they get it matched perfectly when there's no line where they would have cut it and opened it up? This is quite possibly a photo finish spalted maple top. Quite possibly. Although they called it spalted maple, they didn't say it was a photo finish. They didn't say it wasn't a photo finish. They just said it was spalted maple. It looks like spalted maple. I'm a very suspicious person by nature. And the nut cut, as far as, can I get it out? There we go. The nut cut, as far as the relief over the first fret, like that one, I'd want to bring it down a smidge, along with the G, the D, the A and the E are okay. The E is the lowest one. I think it's probably at 16. Yeah, it's at 16. I would normally do 18. And the A, no, the A, yeah, the A is at 18, so I wouldn't have to do anything with those. I'm looking at the nut and I'm thinking, yeah, it's definitely plastic of some kind because of the way it's scratched on the top. That's the way plastic looks when it's scratched. So a tusk nut, a roller bridge, and I'll see what I find underneath. I do have a switch that I could replace that with. This feels really first wiggly, and there's not much of a click to it. Let's look in the back and see what it looks like in there. So the switch is just a standard switch. the quality of soldering shows like it's a bit of a, can I get that in there? And here we are. The wire at the top has the insulation that is melted all along the wire there. Alright, while we're here, let's venture into the back cover as well. It's interesting. Alright, can we get up? Yeah, we go. I don't have any nails. Yep, we've got green chiclet, and this is braided hookup wire like the Fireflies have, and a couple of other guitars I've gotten. It's relatively clean in there, comparatively. There's a lot of dust that came up from under the cover, but inside the cavity it looks pretty clean. Like I said, the soldering is so-so. Anyway, as I thought, the pickups are 2 wires. Okay. And as far as weight goes, like I say, I don't have a scale because I never want to weigh myself. But this is about, a standard Les Paul weight, like the Ivy that I have. However, yeah, there's one screw here that is, maybe better. This one, it's got a sharp top on it. They obviously stripped that a little bit. Yeah. This one and this one are flatter, and these two here, instead of going perpendicular to the way the body is, they went at an angle like that, which gives you this edge up here. Let me see if I can go this way. Which gives you an edge like that. Where, see that screw sticking up there? Right here? When you put your hand down there, the edge of that screw will catch you. I think I can re-drill a hole this way and get it in a little bit flatter. And then I won't have to worry about that. So the curiosity got the better of me under the pick guard, because quite often these screws are too long, and what happens is they end up making an abrasion here on the top of the guitar, and this one did. It won't be that visible, but yeah, almost all of the Les Pauls that I've come across with this on it, they create that small abrasion there. While I'm doing things here, I wanted to make sure that we looked under the pickup at the same time to see what's underneath there. These pickups have substantial weight to them. And let's see. Ah, yes. Could it be? Could it be? That is very interesting. Now in the back, you can see the reddish wood all the way up where it's not polyed. Now this poly has a vintage coloring, tone, tint to it. Tint, that's what I want to talk about. The wood at the top, where the pickup is white and not red like the back part. And I'm thinking this is a full piece of maple at the top. Where's the... or some other kind of whitewood. It could be poplar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5/8 of an inch thick right at the top. 1, 2, 3, 4 in the corners. And it's sitting on top of the red wood, which is under it there. Oh yes, and I wish I could do something with this pickup. Let's try to do this. So I can turn this around and show you what the neck pocket looks like. There. So the neck is made of the redwood, and the top comes right up to the sides of it as the cap. Now when I'm looking at the wood from the side, there is a grain to it, but could I say that it's maple? I don't know. Maple's pretty hard. Poplar is very hard. It is a hard wood. You know? I think it's a very hard wood because right here at the top of this piece of wood that's white, there's no grain here. And right here where there's a little bit of a grain that goes around, it doesn't come down into the edge of that wood as if it was going all the way through. So this is oakum of some kind of wood on the back, some kind of a hardwood on the front, and this is definitely a photo finish, because right here where this little black part is, if you look on the edge, it goes down around the corner where a plastic photo finish would have been cut off. So yes, two pieces of wood in the front, probably not maple under it, because maple would have had a, and this is definitely a photo finish on top of some kind of a hardwood in the front with this oakum in the back. And this neck is either mahogany or the same wood, oakum, underneath this fretboard. And the density of the fretboard is not super dense, but it's not a very porous. I believe once I do the frets, which are really grody, okay, once I condition this, it's probably going to look pretty good. This doesn't really look like a rosewood. So if I can find out what it is, I'll let you know further on down the line. I'm going to keep the tail piece. Oh shit. It's loose in the body. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. And they put a small shim in here to try and stiff it up. They drilled the holes too big. Oh, now it came off. Look at that. Not very nice. This is the first time I've ever come across this kind of an issue. First time. Now why is that not wanting to come off of there? I'm not really sure. Looks like it's been glued in or something. That's very interesting. That's very interesting. It looks like it's been forced in on the edge. So here's some unexpected issues that I haven't had before and new to experience. What about those holes? That's loose. Look at that. Another one. And there's a shim in there as well. Same with that one. Sun on the beaches. Because the holes are not drilled to the size that they should be, this I'm considering a deal breaker. And in this particular case, Jason, it's going back.